Welcome, Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
Oh, we don't need the clap.
Oh, no, that was just for me.
No.
That was for energy.
All
right, let's go.
No.
Were you a Muppet?
No.
It was like Sesame Street.
You're trying to get into the clap game.
Yeah.
Because, like the previous episode.
Hang on, I gotta go do something.
I won the clap. I won the clap, and Daniel acted like he wasn't in the competition. But we don't need the clap until we stop and start the camera.
When you end up with medical problems.
Tried to throw a clap in there, it's like, no, illegitimate clap. It's unnecessary. We don't need the sync.
When you end up with medical problems like the clap, I don't know that you're supposed to brag about it.
No, I am clap
You won the clap?
champion. Champion of the clap.
All right. This is a gift from Magnificent Bastard Ryan Heinzen.
Ryan Heinzen, you magnificent bastard.
Old Sami bastard, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this is
Juke
Memphis,
joint
Tennessee,
whiskey.
a company in Memphis, Tennessee called Blue Note.
Yeah.
They have sourced from various places, Tennessee and Kentucky. I don't know that they did MGP ever, but this is distilled in Kentucky.
Okay.
Not 100% sure who, but we do know it's 70 corn, 21 rye, 9 barley. And there's rumors on the interwebs and humans that it came from Green River Distilling, which does the OZ Tyler line that we've reviewed before.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
That went from a typical grassy bourbon to this weird little fruit thing.
You got grassy?
Up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I immediately got
I first picked it up and I got
creamy candy fruit.
Yeah, no, that was my second thing. So for my brain, the transition went a little bit oaky grass, and then the second smell, oh, candy.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Creamy candy fruit. I like the nose. It's and we're obviously not on the floor. Where are we? 93 proof. So 46.5. Well, it's 40. What is it? 40. Good Lord. 46.5. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm almost getting green apple.
Crafted in Memphis. So distilled in Kentucky. Distilled in Kentucky and then noted in Memphis. Dude, the more I go back, the more that vanilla is showing up. The vanilla cream, which I like. I mean, it's one of the most popular whiskey notes.
Oh, I got a
There's the oak.
Sugar Daddy.
It's been 100 years since I had Sugar Daddy, man.
I loved those things. I have a deep memory of them because it was one of my go-to candy choices. Anytime I was like, you can get anything you want. Weirdly, my favorite one for a long time was the peanut butter Snickers. You ever had that one?
Butter Snickers.
It only came out for a while. I think it's available now again, though. Yeah. But there was a window of time where they released this brand new Snickers, the peanut butter Snickers, and it was glorious.
Yeah, I was not really candy. I don't think I had that. I mean, peanut butter and chocolate, it's just...
Right.
It's good, but... Yeah.
Mint. Coming back, it's turning into mint notes.
A little bit. This is a nice nose. Whoever
chocolate mint
did the things to make this did a good job.
Yeah.
Ooh, candy sweet.
Yeah, it is. This is one of the sweeter bourbons I've had in a long time.
Yeah, it's less complex on the taste.
Yeah.
And even at 46.5, it's a little watery.
It does. The finish. It's the finish. That's why.
It is. Yeah.
The finish feels watery. There's this burst of sweetness.
Yeah.
Like, you know those candies that are hard and then you crack through and there's this like juicy fruit flavor or something. Yeah. It has that feeling of this explosion of that kernel of flavor, but then it turns into water.
There's just a big disconnect between on the nose and in your mouth hole. I really like that nose. The mouth is fine. It's serviceable. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just okay.
Wow, it really does
It's
vanish.
simple and a little watery.
It doesn't drop off a cliff so much as it feels like it's evaporating. You know what I mean? At the end, it feels like it just starts to evaporate.
Yeah.
And it feels cool on your tongue, like you're just feeling evaporation of water off your skin.
Yeah.
Wow, that's unique.
Yeah.
Don't know that I like the taste. I mean, this is not offensive.
Again, the nose is
like,
better. The nose is better. I don't dislike the taste. It's just, it's fine. It's fine. Nose is really good. Taste is fine. The question is, this, I don't think it needs water, man.
Who knows? Maybe it'll fracture some things.
Okay, we'll give it a second.
Like your soul.
This, I'm thinking, it's got to be column still. because I'm not getting that.
Or at least partially.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think something like this, and if the same place had the same mash bill going through a pot still.
Just only pot still its whole life.
That would be really interesting, because this is the kind of qualitative difference I'm finding between spirits in column versus pot.
Well, so remember that in the bourbon industry, you rarely get pure column still.
Right.
What you get most often is this thing where you start with a column and then it feeds to, and it's all one run. It either feeds into this tank called a doubler or a thumper, depending on how it's arranged, and it effectively acts as a secondary distillation source before it runs in, and then you keep it, or it can go from that doubler into a pot, and then it runs through the pot and you make your cuts there. It's very rarely that you get a pure column still only bourbon.
I keep wanting to go back to it because, in fairness, the whiskey that we had previous to this was like
hefty.
It was almost 60%, 120 proof, big flavors.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. So I was like, well, maybe this is comparatively watery, but it left on its own. But every time I go back and I get distance, I have plenty of distance from that previous pour at this point.
The nose takes a stumble with water added.
It does.
It's like reaching for a step and it's not there.
Ooh.
And you just sort of feel it's like, oh, hey. And the palate just vanishes.
Yeah, I mean, it was
into nothing.
It was holding on my fingernails.
Yeah.
That
water just wiped it out.
The water, now it's just falling off a cliff. Eric Evanson, you guys still doing Bottle Lord thing?
Yeah, so I realized we did another fundraising round to help people restock the vault, and we put their names on all the new shelving that we have.
Yeah.
And we never really Bottle Lord those names as is. So we might need to revive the bottle.
Okay, we can revive the bottle, yeah.
But I need to get the list so we actually do the real Bottle Lords.
Yes, shoutouts are
and not
important.
like double up on Matthew Nelson, because Matthew Nelson does not deserve a second.
Okay, we have Nolan Baker.
What are the odds of that?
That's actually, you didn't do it, but it's more impressive.
Yeah, by accident.
There's
I
a
landed
window-
it on a 2-inch piece of window ledge,
Just above the trash can.
and it's just sitting there.
Nolan Baker. Everyone should just step different clips of Daniel missing the garbage can. It's like it's a half-hour long supercut.
Yeah. But what I thought was funny is like people just sitting in, so it's always a different room and a different trash can.
Yeah.
But we just cut to them, and it's obviously not even in the vault, and they're just missing every time. But I'm like, oh,
the
the
gas
editing.
station.
Yeah.
Clink it off the cashier's head.
Yeah, or it's like all those clips that you see on I see them on Instagram, but I think they originate on TikTok mostly, which is someone like throwing something and then it cuts to someone else like going like, oh, and then turning and throwing it back, and they're just super cutting between the...
So they didn't embarrass themselves. That was just nice. I think at a higher proof, that probably would have done some impressive things, but at 46.5%,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's usually a proof where you can see some good things happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. But
Meh.
yeah, no good. Here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink,
May you drink with us.